Watch out, here come the renter.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 22nd, and I'm sure all of you remember a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago, when ChatGPT became a national incident, when it turned out that many college students were using it to write their essays, and many of them were using it to write their essays in order to get entrance into college. And that became a big hullabaloo. And many people finally realized that we did have a thing called the AI, and that it was possibly destroying the minds of young children because they didn't have to think and they could go out and use ChatGPT to sort of cheat their way through life, so to speak. Well, a major thing has occurred. Schools are beginning to teach ChatGPT, so that students aren't left behind, so that students can take advantage of the benefits of ChatGPT. Isn't that an interesting twist of events, where it appeared that educators were against this document? In fact, right at the very beginning, there were some major educators who came out with violent attacks on GPT, on chat, on AI. And maybe those people were uninitiated. Maybe they didn't understand the magnitude of this particular version of computer excellence. In fact, there were leading educators, college administrators like Lance Eaton, who created a working spreadsheet about the generative AI policies adopted by universities last spring. And it was filled with entries about how to ban tools like ChatGPT. And I'm not necessarily a big fan of banning anything. I don't think that things should just be banned without any major thought process and investigation. Because there are great many benefits to the GPT world. Because you can do research. But you have to be taught how to do that research, and you have to be educated in the fact that some of the information that you are going to receive is not going to be accurate. It may even be totally false. So when you're doing research, it's like anything else. 2, 3, 4 different processes should go into your research. You can choose chat. It can give you a framework. Then you start to investigate each individual scintilla of information and ensure it that it's accurate and that it hasn't been altered in some way, shape, or form. Not to just ban it. We don't just ban things because we're afraid. We must ban things after we've done our research. And AI is here to stay, so there's no banning it. So I think the schools, the colleges, the high schools that teach children how to use it properly are doing a benefit to our society. They are not downgrading us, not preventing us from getting all the tools that are available for us to make our education of our children better. So when AI appeared publicly in our universe, there was a knee-jerk reaction to that this was a bad thing. But if you sit back and look at it, you realize that it's a good thing. And as a parent, and a grandparent, and a great-grandparent, I am hoping that the education of my set of grandchildren and great-grandchildren will not only include how to use AI and how the benefits of AI can be used to improve the lives of yourselves and other people, but also a great part of this educational process associated with ChatGPT should be how to prove that the information that you are getting is true and accurate. There must be background checks that you must be taught how to institute when you're doing your research and you're using ChatGPT. It's not a blanket teach them how to use the tool. That will not fly in my mind. The teaching of how to use GPT, how to use the chatbots, is very important. And more important is the teaching to verify that the information that you got is correct. To go through the processes that will make this a painstaking effort when you start out. Is how to make sure that the information that chat has given you is 100% accurate. Otherwise, learning how to use this tool is a failure. The educators in this country cannot allow a failure to occur if they are going to take it upon themselves to teach their classes how to use chat. In my 26 years as a computer science professor, one of the things that I taught was languages, computer languages, and how to create apps, because there were no apps when I started in the computer business. And one of the critical issues that you must face when you're developing an app is that you must ensure that the results that this app gives you are 100% correct. And so that was a great portion of what I taught, how to ensure that the results that the computer had given you, that your app had given you, were correct. And the same rules apply to ChatGPT. You must have a methodology to examine the results every time and to ensure that the results are true and accurate. It's no good if any computer program or any application tends to give you a bad result, a wrong result, even 1% of the time. Now, there are many tricky things in the app world that will cause disruption. But you as a user, as a creator, must be willing to take the time to make sure that the answers that have been provided you by any tool are accurate 100% of the time. And that's a hard thing to do because I'm sure that in many cases 100% is extremely difficult to reach. But that's what you must strive for. 100% accuracy of everything that you're looking to produce. So if you're going to use ChatGPT, you better learn how to ensure that what you present after your research, after all the work you have done, you have to make sure that you are getting a 100% correct answer. Don't be teaching people how to use a tool without teaching people how to make sure that the answers, that the solution is 100% accurate. So I'll leave you with those thoughts this morning. Have a great day. Bye.